She's looking for you at the top of her lungs.
Yes, apparently the cheerleaders need to get there early in the morning so they can vote on whose life to make miserable.
Special delivery. My first rent check.
Oh, Mom, let's not call it rent. You're just helping out.
No, Amy. You bought the house, you're the landlord, I'm the tenant, here's my check, and I'm completely okay with this new arrangement. I am. I'm grateful the house is staying in the family and won't go to people who will paint it pink or put yard gnomes on my lawn. What in God's name is that?
Don't you think it's warm and homey?
I think it will attract middle-aged men who need haircuts.
I've been looking all over for you. We're gonna be late again.
No. We have lots of time. Look at the new sign.
Why does it have a candy cane on it?
It's a lighthouse.
Why?
Why not?
We don't live at the beach or anywhere near water.
Well, we live in New England. New England is near the water.
The writing won't show up from the street, and the rope's goofy looking.
Get in the car. We're gonna be late.
Honey, I understand. You bought the house, you want to put your own stamp on it, and I am going to be supportive. I don't disagree with the concept of being supportive.
Then we're keeping the sign.
Let's lose the sign, and I will start to be supportive right after that.
Mr. Van Exel, good morning.
Yes, it was.
Can we find a place to talk?
This is a place.
I'm holding a press conference next week with a couple of my clients. I wondered if you consider being there.
I thought we established that I'm not one of your clients.
I noticed you didn't mind using my clients to get your job back.
So what now? I'm Pinocchio, you pull strings, I dance?
Yeah, that would be the cynical and myopic way to look at it.
Last I heard, you couldn't stand the sound of my voice. Why would you want me yammering at your press conference?
Because, frankly, as convicted felons go, you're not a bad spokesperson.
That's what I want. My picture in the paper with a caption. Bruce Van Exel, spokesperson for class action lawsuit felons.
You're right. It would be a real shame to tarnish your sterling reputation. If you ever decide to grow a spine, I'm in the book.
Under P for pain in my hands.
Opportunity knocking again? What does she want now? What? I am not being catty. I just don't like her. Why can't a woman dislike another woman and not be accused of being catty? Men dislike other men all the time, and they call it discretion, which is the better part of valor, whatever that means.
Here.
What's this?
Petitioner's brief on the case that was just transferred to your docket. Judge Neville has his usual Monday morning flu.
This is the brief? What does the long version look like?
I haven't read it yet either. But I'm pretty sure we can get the gist of it as soon as all the parties start screaming at each other.
I hate Mondays. Okay, next up we have an abuse and neglect case. Danny Zamero, age 8. Petitioner is his grandmother, Carolyn O'Brien, who alleges emotional neglect on the part of Danny's father, Sam Zamero. Danny's grandmother is seeking custody, and all parties seem to be present. Well, Mr. Chandler, apparently no one has explained to you why they call it a brief.
I felt a certain tone was indicated, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, I see. Maybe the judge will fall asleep. I can slip one by her kind of tone. That was rhetorical. First things first, where's Danny's mother?
Recently deceased, Your Honor. That's why we're all here.
How recently?
A little over a year.
Your Honor, Christine Zamaro, Danny's mother, was a loan officer with Third Liberty Bank in Manhattan at the World Trade Center. South Tower, 81st floor.
You telling me that Danny's mother died on September 11th?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Zamero and Mrs. O'Brien, I'm very sorry for your loss.
I truly can't imagine what your family has gone through. Well, Mr. Chandler, please give me the broad strokes with the minimum of theatrics.
Danny's mother, Christine, is my client's daughter. She and Danny's father, the respondent, lived in Battery Park, a few blocks from the World Trade Center. Danny's school was 2 blocks north, PS2.
I know school. I know Battery Park. I lived in Tribeca. What I don't know is why you think Danny needs to be removed from the custody of his remaining parent.
Danny and his father have been living in a rented house in Farmington ever since last September. Mr. Zamaro's been commuting, but now he's ready to move back to the Battery Park apartment. Danny is being treated for post-traumatic stress syndrome, and we think it ill-advised for him to live in a place that will be a constant reminder of what he's been through.
Your Honor, this isn't just about the psychological aspects of this. Mr. Chandler's brief is long because it's full of reports on the air quality. The asbestos, the pulverized concrete, the polyvinyl chloride.
We have our own air quality reports, Your Honor, and you will see that my client has taken every precaution above and beyond the EPA recommendation.
I've had the place cleaned top to bottom 4 separate times. Asbestos removers, disaster cleanup specialist. I have HEPA filters in every room.
All right, let's pretend it's clean. He wants Danny to look out the window every day at a construction site over his mother's grave.
Okay, obviously there are numerous issues here, and nothing is going to happen until I read the materials. So Mr. Van Exel will tell us what time we are reconvening here tomorrow.
11:15.
11:15. I'll see everyone back here, and I'll be up to speed.
Thank you.
Am I supposed to believe that you suddenly have an identical twin? This means explosion. Do you even care? Give me something I can work with. I'm begging you.
What is going on?
Maxine, this is between a foster father and his foster son.
Well, you may be the foster father, but I am the caseworker.
You may be the caseworker, but I'm the caseworker's boss.
He thinks I'm a stoner.
Eric and a bunch of his friends.
They're not my friends.
Were caught toking up in the boys' restaurant.
Poking up. Hello, 1980.
Were you smoking marijuana?
No, I was having a bowel movement.
As far as I know, that's legal.
No, I was in a stall. I flushed, so I must be guilty.
Go home. We're going to talk about this later. Straight home, mister.
I don't think he's lying.
And this is based on?
Maternal instinct and many years of raising children who have been known to lie on occasion.
Well, I don't have any maternal instinct, and I'm new to raising kids.
I know.
You saying I'm doing a bad job?
I'm saying I don't think he's lying.
Well, I have to figure out a way to know that for myself, Maxine.
Yes, you do, Sean. Good luck. This smells great. What is it?
Coco Van. I made it in a crock pot.
What's coco van?
It's chicken with a lot of stuff you like.
It looks yucky.
And yet your mother made it for you with a lot of love, so you're going to lap it up and be grateful.
When did you learn to cook?
In the apartment. There's nothing else to do.
Hello?
No cell phones at the table.
Hi, my old friend Roger. It's my old friend Roger.
I don't care if it's Babe the talking pig. There's no cell phones at the table.
I can't talk now, apparently. Okay, where? What time? 7 p.m.? I'm there. Goodbye. Fascist.
Hey, Mike, just in time.
Amy, what are you doing to the front of the house?
The dirt, you mean? I hired a landscaper, and we're going to plant some new stuff. I know it's a mess, but they're going to be done in a couple days.
Where's my rose bush?
Well, I got rid of all the old bushes to make room for the new ones.
You got rid of the rose bush?
Not the rose bush.
You got rid of Ethel?
No, I know the Ethel bush. It has pink blooms.
Not in October.
But it's up at the mailbox.
Mom moved it while you were gone.
You did?
The dog walkers were letting the dogs tinkle on it.
I thought it would be safer by the door. Obviously, I was wrong.
Oh, God, I can't believe I did that.
Neither can I.
Neither can Ethel.
She'll get over it.
Grandma was really upset.
I know, but she'll get over it, sweetie. It's just a rose bush.
It was awful.
Okay, it was a rose bush with a name, but it's not like I tried to kill somebody's pet. It was green with leaves and thorns. No, it wasn't stolen. I threw it away. Well, I was hoping you could tell me where rose bushes go when people throw them away. I called Waste Management, and they pretended not to speak English. Okay, tell me this. Who would know where a rose bush goes when you throw it away? He said God and hung up.
Who did?
Officer somebody.
You called the cops about a missing rose bush?
Yeah, well, it's a long story.
Oh, Judge Gray!
Hey, Donna.
You got a call from Lizzie Poteet at the Heritage Rose Society. She wants to know if it's true if you threw away an Ethel Brownlow tea rose. She left 3 numbers.
Thank you.
I looked those up on the internet. No one breeds those anymore. Apparently, the only ones left are the ones that are passed down to families from generations.
Thank you, Donna.
You threw away an antique rose bush?
Yes, it was my mother's. Her great-grandmother brought it over from Ireland in 1889. It's been passed down through every generation since then.
It's such a nice story. Until the part where you threw it away.
Why'd you do that?
It was an accident.
You accidentally threw away an antique rose bush.
Oh, okay. It wasn't an accident. I'm a psychopath. I prey on shrubbery. Can we just go to work now?
It was a rose bush. A family heirloom rose bush. No, I did not call earlier. I mean, I did, but you put me on hold. By the way, do not do that again. Hello? Hello?
Maxine, have you heard anything from Eric?
Is he missing?
No. I just thought he might have called to vent about having the world's worst foster father. He's not talking to me.
Welcome to the world of parenting.
I guess he's waiting for me to apologize for not trusting him. Fact is, I don't trust him. Who in their right minds would trust a teenager?
Sean, I thought you were going to figure this out for yourself.
I am. I just might need you to help me figure it out for myself. Just let me know if he calls you, okay?
And Danny's daily routine is what?
His father drops him off at my house at 6:30 in the morning. That's when he leaves for work. He takes the train into Midtown. I get Danny ready for school. All of his school clothes are at my house, and he catches the bus right down the street. I help him with his homework. I feed him dinner. And his father picks him up at 8 p.m., sometimes later if he has to work late.
Your Honor, I hate spending that much time away from Danny. That's exactly why I want us to move back to the apartment.
Your Honor, may I finish questioning my witness?
Yes, Mr. Zamero, I promise you will have a chance to say whatever you need to say, but by law, they do need to go first.
Mrs. O'Brien, how would you describe Danny's psychological state over the last year?
Well, at first he was a wreck, understandably. He slept with the light on for months. He had nightmares. He didn't want to go to school. But with the therapy, he got better. And overall, he did great. Until his father started talking about moving him back to Manhattan.
Objection, Your Honor. Narration?
Sustained. Mrs. O'Brien, you have to wait until your lawyer asks you that question.
Which would be now. Tell me how your grandson's behavior has changed since talk of moving back to Manhattan.
The nightmares are back. The teacher sent a note saying that he's having trouble concentrating in class, and he doesn't want to play with his friends.
Your Honor, I know Danny's worried about moving back to Manhattan. I'm not contesting that.
Mr. Zamero.
By the time it's my turn, she will have you turned against me just like she's done with Danny. I'm not saying it's going to be fine. It's not. It's going to be hard as hell. I'm saying I have a right to raise my own child and make my own decisions.
And I'm saying I don't trust your judgment, and with good reason.
You see, that's what she does. I know Carolyn is afraid for Danny to live in Manhattan. And I know she lost her daughter. But I lost my wife.
This isn't about us.
Okay, settle down. Miss Gavney, have you entered Danny's psychiatric report into evidence?
No, but we have it, Your Honor.
Okay, I'd like to read that tonight, and tomorrow I would like to see Danny. At what time, Mr. Van Exel?
Danny is just 8 years old.
And in my court, that's old enough to have a valid opinion. Mr. Van Exel?
4:30.
I'll see everyone tomorrow at 4:30.
Ever this night be at my side, to love and guard and rule and guide. Daddy, I'm tired of this prayer. Why can't I make up my own prayer?
Okay. Go ahead.
Lord Jesus, we just want to thank you for leading us to the cooling water. We just want to lift up our voices to praise you.
Wait. Hold on. Where'd you learn this prayer?
At Aunt Winnie's church.
Aunt Winnie goes to our church.
No, she got a new church. She took me there Wednesday night. And it's really cool. You can dance and clap your hands, and they don't care if you make noise, and you can yell, amen, anytime you feel like it.
Yeah, I've seen it on television. Finish up. It's getting late.
Lord, we just want to lift up...
Enough of the lifting up. Say your own damn prayer. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to snap. Just say your prayer, okay?
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women.
Right after the second bell, there was this loud noise. We all looked out the window, and there was this big hole in one of the buildings where my mommy works. Somebody said it was a bomb, but Mrs. McGrath said no, a plane flew into it. Brandon Kendall was crying because his dad works in that building, but I wasn't crying because I knew where my mommy's office was. It was in the other building, and that building was okay. Mrs. McGrath said we all had to get back in our seats, and everybody started pointing and yelling, and nobody would listen to her. And then another airplane hit my mommy's building. Miss McGrath started saying, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God."
And that's when your daddy came and got you?
He said we were going to go wait for the helicopters to go get Mommy because he talked to her on the phone and she was okay. I asked him if the building was going to fall down, and he said no.
Danny, have you been back to Manhattan since all this horrible stuff happened?
No, we've been living in Connecticut. Are you going to put my daddy in jail?
No. Why would I do that?
Maybe he did something bad.
Do you think he did something bad? If you think that, I need to know.
He told Mommy to go on the roof.
Okay.
No, I didn't. Why did you tell him that?
Because it's the truth.
It's not the truth.
Okay. Everybody, I think we'll take a short break, and I'd like to see all the adults in my chambers. Okay. It's clearly not about asbestos dust. Can somebody tell me what's going on?
I think that's pretty obvious, Your Honor. Carolyn has never been thrilled with me as a son-in-law. Now she blames me for Christine's death, and she's turned my son against me.
All I did was tell him the truth.
How do you know the truth? You weren't there.
I heard the tape.
What tape?
I have a tape recording of my last phone call with my wife. My cell phone has a memo function, and I taped the call.
My daughter had the sense not to run up the stairs in a burning building.
I played the tape for Carolyn because I wanted her to hear what I actually said.
And I did. You told Christine to go up.
Okay, this is the point at which somebody tells me what's going on.
Your Honor, as events have been reconstructed from last-minute phone calls, it seems that the only stairway that remained open was in the southwest corner of Tower 2, where Mrs. Zamero's office was located. The people who were trapped there had a choice of exit routes. The ones who went down lived. The ones who went up didn't.
Sam told Christine to go up.
That's not what happened.
Does Danny know this tape exists?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, the next thing that's going to happen is that I'm going to listen to the tape.
Here you are.
Thank you. You're a detail man? You drive around with a trunk full of drug samples and annoy doctors into prescribing them?
No. I charm doctors into prescribing them.
In college, you were going to join the Peace Corps. You've completely gone over to the dark side.
Oh, don't be such a self-righteous schmuck. What's the difference between prescribing pills and selling them? Besides, drug companies do great things for humanity. Haven't you seen the commercials?
Yeah, and cigarettes don't cause cancer.
That particular glib remark only works when it's made by non-smokers.
Which I am. Twice a day.
So how about coming to work for me?
What? This is a job offer? You're not just gloating?
I'm the new regional manager. I can hire 2 new reps, and I want one of them to be you. What?
The image of telling my sponsor that I'm going to be driving all over New England with suitcases full of drugs.
Hey, if you start using it again, it won't be because you happen to have Lipitor in your trunk. You know that. Kyle, I saw the dump where you work. I can only imagine what the rest of your life looks like. Yeah, well, I go to meetings too. In air-conditioned buildings, people bathe and use deodorant. Are you saying that I'm less recovered than you because my life is in hell? My opinion? You're trying to punish yourself. And that's some perverse kind of pride. Hasn't your sponsor told you that? Well, civilization misses you.
Eric, why are you here?
Waiting for you.
In the cold?
It's different in there. Amy's moved stuff around.
Well, it's her house now.
She had this stupid decorator lady here. They were looking at pictures of furniture, ugly furniture.
Things change. That's life. I live in Amy's house now, and you live in Sean's house.
He has ugly furniture, too.
Eric, are you here for a reason?
I did not smoke dope in the restroom.
Sean is worried about you. Which, in case you don't know, is a good thing. You're not pure as the driven snow. He knows your history, Eric.
Which is exactly why I would never do anything that could get me in trouble. Look, I'm getting good grades. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't even sneak into R-rated movies. If I get any better, my BO will stop stinking. I'll sprout wings in a halo. I'm a freakish saint. And back when I said my BO doesn't stink, I wanted to say something else, but I couldn't. Do you know why?
Because you're so good.
I'm so good. It's killing me.
Go inside, call Sean, and let him know who you are.
Do I have to?
If you want to be a good boy.
I'm not canceling the mediation. I'm just postponing it for a couple days.
Because I didn't sleep very well last night and I can't deal with Michael's crap today.
Hey, Lauren, you got 5 minutes. Helene, I'm gonna have to call you back. Talk later. All right. Mom, I'm really, really sorry about your rose bush.
Yes, you said that.
Are you gonna stay mad forever?
No, not forever.
Then what? A week? A month?
Amy, this is exactly the conversation I used to have with you when you were Lauren's age. What does that tell you?
Excuse me, I'm being childish? Mom, you don't know. I'm dealing with some huge stuff right now, and I realize that you are upset, but I really can't believe you're not speaking to me because I threw out a bush.
What you do not understand is that it wasn't just a bush.
I know. It was a prize-winning, historically correct, expensive family heirloom rose bush.
Your great-great-grandmother McGinn
brought it over on the Mayflower, I know. I did a horrible thing. Death would be too great for me. I think we've established that. Mom, I will buy you another rose bush.
You can't, Amy. That's the point. When my brother Richard moved into our parents' house, he dug up that rose bush and brought it to me. It was one of the few loving gestures that he has made toward this family. So you can go to the supermarket and buy new rose bushes all day long and half the night. But you cannot replace history.
I know that.
No, you don't. Otherwise, you wouldn't suggest buying me another rose bush.
I don't care. You knew you were going and you deliberately kept it from me. Winnie, if you don't want to be a Catholic anymore, that's your business. But leave Rebecca out of it. We'll talk about this later. I have to get to work. Winnie, I'm hanging up now. I'm going for coffee. You want any?
I wasn't going to ask you about your phone call, so don't break your neck shifting into breakfast food repartee.
I was really going to get coffee.
Do you think we could have Donna do it? I was hoping you could listen to this 9/11 tape with me.
I prefer not to.
Because?
Because it's not my idea of a good time.
Is it your idea of a job?
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, nothing. I just thought.
Because I do my damn job. If there's one thing I can't be accused of, that's slacking off on my job.
No one's accusing you of anything.
It sounds that way to me.
What's with him lately?
It's that Zola woman. He's been weird ever since she started coming around trying to get him to be black. Blacker.
What does that mean?
She's pushing buttons. He's either going to kill her or marry her. Which do you think we should hope for? Yeah, me too.
Why would he feel insecure? He knows I'm there for him. I listen. I'm home to cook dinner every night. Now, what else can I do?
Eric does not feel safe. Now, you go in there and make him feel that way.
Maxine says that you're only being good because you don't feel safe. Is she watching?
Yeah.
The nod. She also says that you think I'm your last chance because she's getting married, and if you blow it with me, then you're not going to have anywhere else to go.
She's crazy. I got plenty of other places to go. Tons of places.
I know you do. Of course, but still, I promised her I'd tell you that no matter what, I'm not going to kick you out, so you don't have to be a saint.
How bad can I be?
We'll work that out as we go on. Look, I'm a total rookie at this parenting thing, and I'm going to learn the way people always learn, which is by screwing up, so you're just going to have to give me a break here. Okay?
Okay. We got a hug or something?
No, not necessary. Wait, is she still watching?
Yeah.
Maybe we better.
I'm sure we're all in agreement that no matter how I rule, Danny will continue to be under the care of a psychiatrist and be closely monitored, especially in the event of a transition back to Manhattan.
Absolutely.
Of course, Your Honor. Does that mean you've decided?
No, I haven't decided anything. I am, however, deeply concerned about the fact that Danny blames his father for his mother's death. His emotional recovery depends on how secure he feels, and if he doesn't think that his father did a good job of keeping his mother safe, why would he trust him with his own life?
That's exactly my point.
No, that's what you brainwashed Danny into believing.
I just want Danny to be safe. Why does that make me the bad guy?
It doesn't make you...
Mr. Zamero, have you discussed with Danny's psychiatrist the possibility of his hearing the tape?
I've talked to half a dozen therapists about it. It would either do him a world of good or cause him permanent harm, depending on which therapist you ask.
Your Honor, have you listened to the tape?
I'm working on it.
With all due respect, if it's hard for you, how do you think it's going to be for Danny?
Well, it might be excruciating, but it also might be necessary.
Please, tell me you have coffee and no one here is singing the Elmo song.
I do have coffee. If you don't mind drinking it out of a soup bowl. Amy's on some new homeowner rampage. I'm beginning to wish that I had sold the house to that woman with the stenciled eyebrows.
Okay. How about some good news?
Oh, I never turned that down. You found a hospital that will take you as a resident.
No, but I found a job. Or rather, a job found me. I got a really good offer selling drugs for a pharmaceutical company.
Oh.
Make about 60 grand a year with all sorts of perks. Expense account, health insurance, company car, chum, they call it.
The fish guts you throw to attract sharks.
Okay, not the best choice of metaphor.
Well, what about the job you have?
Well, as much as I will miss mopping up teenage vomit for minimum wage, sometimes change requires sacrifice.
Mac tells me that he's only planning to stay for another couple of months. We hired him so that he could get the place going, and then someone else would take over.
Someone else being me?
Who would be better? You fought for the funding. You understand Mac's system. You're invested in the children.
And yet I aspire to having credit cards. Is that a crime?
No, it's not. You know that this isn't just a choice between jobs. It's deciding what you want to do with your time on the planet. Well, are you going to be of service, or are you going to have credit cards? I'm sorry, I have to put this bowl of balls someplace where I don't have to look at it.
All I'm saying is I don't need any extra problems right
Your
now.
daughter wants to say, praise Jesus, instead of 3 Hail Marys before she goes to sleep. Explain to me why God cares.
Winnie, I have legal problems. If this case doesn't go my way, I'm going to be unemployed again. I'm trying to raise Rebecca around work, school, and community service hours.
I didn't cause your problems.
I didn't say you caused my problems.
I knew you, Bruce, when you wore dirty jeans and sneakers and hid cigarettes in your afro.
So?
I knew you before you put your feelings in cold storage. And I know why. You had just one too many white women pick up the pace because you happened to be walking behind them in a parking lot.
Winnie, please.
You stopped feeling so you wouldn't have to know what it feels like to be black. Because it doesn't always feel good.
Do you have a point?
You're not upset because I took Rebecca to a Protestant church. You're upset because I took her to a black church.
I have to go to work. We'll talk about this later.
Well, why bother? It's not like you're gonna listen.
Danny, your father wasn't sure whether or not he wanted you to listen to this tape. I wasn't sure either, but it's my job to decide. And what I thought was this. You've heard your dad's version of the story. and you've heard your grandmother's version of the story. But the person you haven't heard from is your mom. And this tape is a way for you to hear your mom's version of the story. So we're going to listen to it. Okay?
Open, but we don't know whether to go up or down.
Don't go up. Things burn up and smoke rises.
We heard that there was a lot of smoke and flame below.
Okay. If you have to go up, go fast. But get to the roof and wait for a helicopter.
Okay.
I'm on my way. I'll climb the stairs if I have to.
No, Sam, you have to go get Danny.
Danny's with his teachers. He's okay.
Sam, listen to me. We have a child. Now, one of us has to live through this. You're safe. You stay safe. I will get myself out of here. You go get Danny.
Christine,
I have to go. Sam, it's getting smoky. What? Okay, we're going up. They voted.
Christine.
I love you. Okay? Tell Danny I love him.
Christine.
Did you learn anything you didn't know?
She said they voted.
Yes, she did.
Daddy was gonna go get her, but she told him to go get me instead.
That's right.
You know, Mommy, you always have to do what she says.
Does that mean it's my fault?
No, Danny, no.
Sweetheart, no.
Danny, look at me. Look at what I'm wearing. I'm a judge. That means that I sit here all day, every day, and I decide who's to blame when bad things happen. Your mom died because bad men stole airplanes and flew them into buildings. It's not your dad's fault. It's not your grandmother's fault. It's not your mom's fault. And it is certainly not your fault. And if we blame the wrong people, then we help the bad guys. And they've done enough damage already. I am officially declaring that no one in this room is to blame. And I am denying the motion and dismissing the petition of abuse and neglect.
What does that mean?
It means your daddy is a very good dad.
He didn't say who's there. Don't you know not to open the door to an angry black man in the middle of the night?
What are you doing here?
I'm here to enlist. Put me on the official angry black man list. Where do I sign?
Are you drunk?
I took a cab.
That wasn't the question.
Everybody wanted me to be in touch with my feelings, so I'm in touch, okay? I feel something. Everybody's happy now, right?
When you sober up, I will be happy to discuss your feelings with you.
Yamma, sister. I'll see you at the press conference.
What are you doing?
Looking at pictures.
Why are you looking at those pictures?
I had a 9/11 custody case. It was horrible. But we got through it. Things got better.
That will happen. Amy, I may have overreacted about Ethel.
No, you didn't. I did a stupid thing, and you were right to be upset.
I was not right to be that upset. I think I was trying too hard to be okay about not owning the house anymore, and so I became disproportionately upset about the rose bush.
No, you didn't. You were right.
Damn it, Amy, I'm trying to apologize. Now, allow me to finish.
Are you guys fighting again?
No, we're just talking.
Did you give Grandma her present?
Not yet.
What present?
It's not from a supermart. It's from the same famous nursery in Northern Ireland that bred Ethel. This is Ethel's cousin, Ruth. Lauren and I thought that we could have a planting ceremony. We know that it's not the same thing, but we thought that we could start a new tradition.
Do you like it, Grandma?
Yes, I do.
Can we go plant it now?
Well, not in the
why
dark,
not?
honey.
Yes, we're gonna go.
Coming up next on TNT's Prime Time in the Daytime, Amy tries to protect her family from her stalker. Judging Amy is next on TNT.